There we go. All right. Hello, friends. It's Mrs. Madsen. Today we are going to estimate fractions, and I forgot to get this ready. So, un momento, por favor. Just a moment, please. There we go. And we're good to go. All right. We're going to estimate I know you guys all just got super excited because you're like, estimate means to make it easy. It's an estimation day. So, why am I teaching you to make math easy? Why is it important to be able to estimate? Because there's a lot of things in life that we don't need an exact answer. We don't need to know exactly how much rain fell. We just kind of need an estimate. We don't need to know exactly how much we spent. We just kind of need an estimate. So, estimating is one of the best skills you will use in your life. So, it's one of the skills that I want you to learn how to do. How do we estimate? Well, one of the things I like to do when I'm estimating fractions is to choose a really nice fraction. And the only really nice fraction that I like is 1/2. So I either use 1/2 or 1 whole, or I completely get rid of the fraction altogether. If the fraction's really, really little, like 1/10 or 3/12 or 5/20, then I will just take that fraction and be like, it's basically like nothing, right? If it's a number that's close to half, like 2/4 is half, but like if it's, 5/8 or 6/11, because 6/12 is half, so 6/11 is really close to half, I'll just change it to half. If it's a number that's almost a whole number, like 6/7 or 11/12 or 9/10, then I'll just make it into a whole number. So that's one way that we can estimate fractions, is just to make it an easy fraction to work with. Let me show you kind of what I mean by estimating, making it easy. So, humpback whales have songs that they repeat continuously over periods of several hours. So Eric's going to use an underwater microphone to record a 3 and 5/6 minute humpback song. He has 15 and 3/4 minutes of battery life yet left. And then here's our favorite word, about. How many times will he be able to record the song? So guess what? I don't really need to solve that, which is good because I haven't taught it to you yet. So I'm just going to teach you how to estimate about how many times will he be able to record that whale song that goes for 3 and 5/6 minutes. Well, here we go. 3/4 is close to 1 whole, right? So I'm just going to make that 1 whole, and I'm going to make that an even 16, because 16 is a friendly number. It is a compatible number, meaning it's a number that is friendly. I like the number 16 a lot better than the 15 and 3/4, so it's friendly to me, but it's also still close to the original. So I'm going to change the 15 and 3/4 to 16. I'm then going to change the 3 and 5/6. Again, 5/6 is almost 1 whole, so I'm going to change that to 1 whole and make it 4. So if I go 16 divided by 4, then that tells me that he will be able to record the song how many times? 4 times he'll be able to record the humpback whale song. Okay, so that's one option. Another option, if numbers are big enough, you can just get rid of the fractions. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So between 4 or 5 times, he'll be able to record the whale song. Isn't estimating beautiful? That took like a fraction of the time to solve that because we just want an estimate, which is why we estimate so much in the world, because it's so much quicker than finding the real answer. Okay, so let's go with these right here. We've got 5 and 2/3 divided by 5/8. Well, 2/3 is pretty close to half or a whole, right? So I could either leave it as 5.5, or I could even go up to 6. All in favor of 6, say aye. Aye. Thank you. Now 5/8, ooh, that's pretty much half. 4/8 is exactly half, and that's only 1 extra eighth of a piece. So I'm going to say it's half. What is 6 divided into halves? If I had 6 pizzas and I divided them all into halves, wouldn't that give me 12 pieces? Yeah, so 6 divided into halves is 12. All right, so here's that tip that I just talked about. If the number is big enough, then just get rid of the fraction. 22 and 1/3 is pretty big. Plus 1/3 is kind of small, so I'm really okay just leaving that as 0, making it 22. And then 1 and 5/6. 5/6 is close to 1 whole, so I'm going to make that a 1, which will make it 2 altogether. 22 divided by 2 is 11. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, maybe? Okay, 7/8, definitely going to leave that as 1. And then 1/4, I'm going to show you a little trick with this one. 1/4, I'm going to leave it 1/4 because if I had one pizza, it's not too hard for me to divide that into fourths, is it? So I'm just going to leave it. If I end up having like a 1 in front, I'm okay leaving this fraction whatever it is. Now you could divide it into half if you would like, okay? But if I divide it into fourths, I end up with 4 whole pieces. So that's an example of what you can do if you end up with a 1 in front. Just model it, draw a picture or something. If you have 1, do 1 pizza or 1 candy bar, and then divide it into whatever fraction you decide to use, okay? Again, if the numbers are big enough, you can get rid of fractions. And then if they're really big enough, it's okay to fudge the numbers a little bit. For example, 61 divided by 8, those aren't very compatible. Those are not very friendly, are they? But 63 and 9 are pretty compatible, and they're still close. 64 and 8 are also pretty compatible, and they're still close to the originals. So if you have some bigger fraction numbers, it's okay to fudge them a little bit more than you would with like the smaller numbers. For example, this one, we wouldn't have changed this to like 4 or 5 or 7 because it's such a small number. We'd keep it close to what 7/8 is. But bigger numbers, you can fudge a little bit more. Your answer should be, 7 or 8-ish is what your real answer should be if your estimates are 7 and 8. Okay, hey, that's it. Today, my goal is just for you to make math easy. Good luck with it. Have fun and make it an easy peasy, beautiful day.